Hello, Bethany Church. This week is an exciting week for our Bethany family. Pastor Thad Harless is coming to join us and to candidate this weekend as the candidate. The senior pastor search team, the elders and pastors have all brought together and said, this is the man that we believe God is calling to be the next senior pastor of Bethany. And we're excited that he is coming. So you're not going to want to miss this Sunday, whether you're coming here to our worship service here on site, which we've opened up starting last week, both at 9:30 or 11, or whether you want to watch via the live stream still, which is fantastic, still a great option. And we'll be streaming both those services at 9:30 and 11. But as we're coming together this week, as we get to hear from Pastor Thad, I want to just give you a little taste. He's going to be taking us into 1 Corinthians chapter 15. And today I got to spend some time with him as we were just discussing where he was going this week with the message. And it's such an encouraging set of scriptures for us. And I just want to read verse 1. He's going to be covering several verses, but just read for you verse 1. It says this: Paul's writing to the church, and he says, "Now I would remind you, brothers, of the gospel that I preached to you, which you received and in which you stand, and by which you are being saved, if you hold fast to the word I preached to you, unless you believed in vain." And I was just reflecting on these verses today, and I was reminded of the power of the gospel message that is for us. This Sunday, as Pat comes, he's going to be coming, just as Paul says, to remind us of the significance and the power of the gospel, not just as a message to reach the lost, although that is vitally important. It is the message of hope we want to share, but also the power and what it means for those that are also being saved. As we've experienced the salvation of God, as God is working in our lives, the gospel doesn't end there. And I'm excited to hear from Pastor Thad this week as he encourages us, reminds us, but I think calls us and strengthens us more to what it means to be a church that responds to the power of the gospel, not just when we're saved, but how it affects our lives every single day as a church and as believers, as those that are following after him. And so again, I want to encourage you, join us this week, whether you come here, come via the live stream, come listen and worship together. Let's connect with Pastor Thad more as we get to hear his heart for what God is doing in his life and what he sees that God's calling us to at Bethany. We're excited to be experiencing this and going through this as a church. I look forward to seeing you on Sunday.